Welcome to Shorty Supercoach. Going to take a look at the Bombers, preview everything you've got to think about looking at them in season 2021. Sunday night, got home early, so I thought I'd bust out another preview before the week. So, Sunday night, always a little bit flat, so Shorty's trying to do something before getting back into the working week. It's about 10 or so I'm just going to knock this one out and then start a bit of season 2 on Mandalorian. So going to get my nerd on and see what all the hype is about. But so ease up on the spoilers. None of that. But the Bombers, they are a bit tough to get a read on. There's a few guys that are priced fairly cheap. They could make you, they could break you. But let's start with the lock. And equally, that one's a bit tough because I wouldn't be locking any Bomber into my side just straight away, but I have put down Zach Merritt. Now, he was outstanding last year. He averaged fantastic numbers. I think overall it was about 115, but for the most part of the season, after a sluggish start, he was outstanding. You know, the first 4 games averaged 104, which is about more of his career average. You know, he's been up around 108, then around 100. You know, he's always the sort of guy that you feel can produce enormous numbers because he is a ball magnet, quite a nice kick, tackles hard. But after that opening start, you know, sluggish a touch, but rounds 7 to 18, he averaged 119.4. So that's huge. And he's durable as well, very durable. So I think if you were going to say which Bomber can I rely on the most, he's probably your guy. But then again, if I was saying, would you pick him, I'd be probably telling you no. But if you really like him, he had a career best season. Now, the risk, and this guy will be much talked about and debated, I think, Dyson Heppel. Now, he's priced at $319K after playing just 3 games last year. Injury, of course, has really set in for Dyson. You know, he was once an extremely durable player, averaged 66 from those 3 games last year. Now he's pretty cheap. Now, really, a fully fit Dyson Heppel averages at least 95, I reckon. You know, if he's really flying, he can easily average 100. But the thing is, that injury has really curtailed him quite a bit and seems to be one that just really gets on him a lot. Without being a doctor, it does seem like one that's not like you just get over it, put it behind you. It just seems to keep flaring up, be quite difficult for him to shake. So I'd be monitoring that really close. And you know me, I hate taking risks in the midfield. I hate mid prices through the middle. But if they're that good, sometimes it's hard to resist. So we've probably just got to see. Radar, keep him on the watch for pre-season. If he's fit, if he's firing, looking good, it would be hard to say no. It really would be. A guy of that talent, you know what he can deliver when he's out there. If he's fully fit, he'll be tough to go by. Because the one thing I think we need to know with mid-price players is that they can score. Unless you're sort of looking for a breakout type. But with these sort of guys, you don't want to have the question mark of like, oh, if he's in this position or if he's playing good footy, blah, blah, blah. The fact is, if Heppel's playing and fit, he scores. So that gives us a lot of peace of mind. We've basically just got to assess, can he be fully fit and play a lot of games? I'll leave that one up to the pre-season gods and we'll assess that. Breakout, Jai Caldwell. Now, obviously, former Giant, former top pick, very highly touted sort of guy. He's priced at $348. Interestingly, you can get him as a forward. Now, I don't know stacks about this young man except the hype that I'm sure most of us have heard. Just another young giant that gets talked up and high pick, high selection, lots of talent. But he wants to go to the Bombers. He's got there and he wants to play inside mid. So I think he's going to get that opportunity because I feel like the Bombers do lack in that department. They've got a few reasonable midfielders, but they need a bit more in that department, and I think he'll get that chance. So at $348 in our forward line as well, again, of course, you got to see what he does through the preseason and make sure that he is going to get that role. But if he's playing midfield, gee, he looks like the sort of guy who's just dying for that opportunity. So I'd be very keen on him if he's in there playing footy regular time in the middle. I'd be really keen on him. So keep a close eye on that one. No chance for my side. I've got a couple of Bombers. One's from a personal point of view. Devon Smith, you'll never get back in my side ever again. You just burnt me to a crisp last year. Started well. I didn't really want to pick you, but then you just made yourself... You couldn't say no after some of your pre-season games and started off with a couple of 105s. I thought, you beauty. And, then just disgraceful. I think he went, without seeing the stats, he went like 70, 65, 68, 72. It was just a nightmare run where you felt like he was this close to playing some 90-plus football, and he just had an absolute howler of a run without being that disgraceful that you had to drop him. He was just a tease. Anyway, that one, it's good that I've put that behind me, isn't it? But on a more serious note, Jordan Ridley. Now, he was a fan favourite last year, went massive breakout, averaged 66, took it up to 102. Now, I always have a few concerns about these key defender intercepting types that just burst onto the scene. It takes a really good key defender to do it consistently, and Ridley looks as if he could be that sort of guy, but I wouldn't be starting with him. I'm not sitting here saying, look, he won't get into my side at any stage, but I would not start with him at all, because I think we've only seen it for one season, and it was a weird season, different times, so many changes to our game. I'd just like to see him, if you're a Ridley fan, I'd just like to see him start the year well, have a good first 4 or 5 weeks, continue to average 100 and just say, yep, this guy's here to stay. He's a really good footballer, intercepting king. Clearly he had his best year to date for his career. I wouldn't be just expecting him to just continue that without doubt. I'd want to see. So just keep an eye on him. If you're a fan of him, honestly, I think there's better running options. Your Whitfields, your Lairds, your Williams, Lloyd, etc. So I don't think there's any rush to start a bloke like Ridley. But yeah, I know he's a fan favourite. A lot of people probably feel quite good about Ridley. You scroll past him and it's happy memories, but I reckon probably just wait and see on that one. But let me know if you've got any Bombers that you reckon are definitely someone to be spoken about, or some that might be in your side at this point in time that I didn't discuss. I'd be interested to hear, but I'll be back with another preview. I'll also be doing some stuff for Supercoach Talk over, some stage this week, but I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.